Alright, Tyler here with the Powell River Salmon Society and salmoneducation.org out at Land Creek at the Alex Dobler Salmon Center. And we're going to just do a pretty basic dissection on chum salmon. First thing we're going to look at is going to be externally. So we have a male and a female here. As you can see, some of the differences between males and females, the easiest way to tell is on the nose on the male. So you can see the bigger kype and the bigger teeth. The females tend to have a more slender of a body and a smaller nose with teeth that face backwards. The easiest way to tell chum salmon as opposed to any of the other Pacific salmon species are the vertical striping of purple, white, and kind of a darker olive green. First thing we're going to look at outside besides the species is going to be the fins of the fish. Starting from the tail, which is also known as the caudal fin. Moving forward, we have the adipose fin, which is often clipped to show hatchery or non-hatchery fish. Beneath that and right behind the vent of the fish is called the anal fin. The vent is where fish will expel eggs and sperm. On its back we have the dorsal fin. All of this you can see in the picture back there. Below the dorsal fin we have pelvic fins. And up front we have the pectoral fins of the fish. So that's kind of looking at them externally. Here's a better broadside shot of the fish so you can see all of that in action. And that one there is the male. Now we'll look inside of the female here. The only thing missing at this point is what are called skeins, which are the two sacs that hold in the eggs. We've already done an egg take on this female, and that will be going back to our other hatchery for incubation. So at this point, when they're as spawning adults, that's going to take up most of the body cavity. Outside of that, one of the more prominent things you'll see is the fish's swim bladder. So inside, you can see this kind of puffed up chamber here, and that's what a salmon uses to control its buoyancy. The biggest, most prominent organ you'll see inside the body cavity once you get going there is going to be the salmon's liver. That's used to filter out what they eat and the water that comes in to get rid of toxins. We'll lay that out in front here. Alright. Another prominent feature, I have to use a knife for this part, is going to be the stomach and intestines. Which you can see goes all the way out to the vent. So when salmon reach freshwater, they do stop feeding, so there's not a whole lot going on inside inside the stomach and intestines right now, but that will have the capacity to expand quite a bit, and then food, once it's broken down a bit, will pass through the intestines. Alright, next thing to look at is going to be the salmon's heart. So this will be used to pump blood throughout the fish, just like it does in most other animals. Get a close up there of it. Alright. There are other organs inside the salmon, but those are the major, or at least the largest ones and easiest to see on camera. The only other thing to take a look at in this context is going to be the gills of the salmon. So we've cut off some of the gill cover on this female here just so you can see better. So there's individual gill rakes inside there which are layered on top of each other, and that's the organ that fish will use to filter dissolved oxygen out of the water. And then that will oxygenate their blood, and their heart will pump that through the rest of their body. So that's just quick and basic look at the workings of the insides of the salmon, as well as a bit about the external fins and identification of chum salmon. Hope you enjoyed. We'll be doing more of these coming up in the future. Be sure to check out salmoneducation.org as well as prsalmon.org. Have a great day.